Thailand as much as I like Thailand as well. Then you don't need to worry
But if you
about
took
anything.
this home, if you took a chart and put Bitcoin/this home, home's going to zero.
Yeah, of course. Look,
I know that.
You know what it is? When I sold our house in 2017, at that moment it was around 120 Bitcoins. I will be able to buy that house back now with around 404 Bitcoins. So I sold for 120 Bitcoins, and now 8 years later, I'll be able to buy it back with 4 Bitcoins. That shows already that Bitcoin is, of course, outperforming gold, real estate. But then still, I can relate to what you're saying. Is we have a family, you know. I have kids as well. My kids and wife are different than me. We have this discussion every day. My wife is like, why don't we just take like 1% and just buy one house somewhere? And, you know, and I'm like, I am just not there yet. I just don't want it. I just don't need it. My wife and kids, they love it to stay in beautiful houses. But even they still like, we love Thailand, but we also love, you know, the winters in the ski area.
You can't own in Thailand. This is the biggest conception that people have. I had this conversation with many people. They go, well, I own a house. Okay. Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Do you actually own it? They're like, well, I have a company that owns it. Okay, well, that Thai 51 shareholder has it. What do you have, 49?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're a company that owns the home, yeah? Okay, well, where's your employees? Where's your salary? You're a company. Where's your revenue? Where's your social security?
Yeah.
I go, what happens in 10 years when you go to sell this thing and the government says to you, let me audit your company that owns that house? Yeah. You're fucked.
Nah, people think way too lightly.
I don't think
this.
That's why I don't own this house.
Yeah.
I go, no, she's Thai freehold.
Way more easy. Yeah.
I have no issue now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's very difficult in Thailand to be. But that's not only Thailand. I don't think you ever own a house anywhere. Even the Netherlands, which is one of the best economies of the world, you don't own the house. The house is owned by the bank, and it will take you 30 years to pay off that house. And whatever happens in between, you don't control at all. And we saw that during the whole pandemic. People were locked up in their houses. People couldn't decide to even leave their house. But what right? Why do you want to own it then if you don't have this decision rights about it anymore? You know. So for me, that I see if I would own a house, for me it would be like you see, it would be an investment. It would be a stable coin. It would go in it, and maybe for the bear market, those 12 months, I would monetize the house, and then at the end sell it again for Bitcoin.
I think the timing's perfect for us. Otherwise, if it was the bear market now, I wouldn't even think about buying this thing. I'll talk about a couple other, before we wrap this up. The time goes fast. We try to keep it under an hour. A couple other controversial things about Bitcoin in the future. Right now, a hot topic is quantum computing and hacking the blockchain. This is, I don't know if you've all over X today. Yeah. It's been going around. What are your thoughts on that? Can the Bitcoin blockchain be hacked by quantum computing?